Welcome to EPG Pathshala. In this module, we will discuss the role of educational technology in education. As we all know that the technologies have revolutionized and continue to revolutionize each aspects of our lives. The education system also has not remained untouched from the impact of the technology. Educational technology can be understood in the field of education in two ways. One, in the form of the development of various courses of studies about educational technologies, and second, in the form of the implementations of educational technologies in teaching and learning process, evaluation and development of various resources for the teaching and learning process. In this module, we will discuss the meaning and concept of technologies in educations with regards to educations. In this module, we will discuss the technology of education in regards to education in technology and other related terms. Let us begin with the objectives of this module. After completion of this module, you will be able to define the term technology in education, distinguish between technology in education and educational technology, explain the role of educational technology, illustrate with example the application of technology in education. You will also be able to state the merits and limitations of application of technology in education and make informed choice about application of technology in education. Before we discuss the role of educational technology, let us understand the meaning of technology in education. The term technology in education comprises of two terms such as technology, which means the practical application of scientific knowledge to aid and augment human abilities, senses, intellect, efforts and productivity. And education, on the other hand, refers to the process of acquiring socially desirable knowledge, skills and values by learning and instruction. Technology in education therefore conclusively refers to the use of variety of technological tools such as audio-visual aids, communication media, computer, internet, etc., and applications for instruction and learning. According to NCERT, the term technology in education was coined much earlier in the process of evolution of the term educational technology or technology of education, and then educational writers narrowly viewed its meaning as aids or audio visual that can be primarily used as the transmitter of lesson content. The meanings of these terms are in a constant flux. The ever changing nature of technology also changes the configuration, structure and application of technology in education along with the other aspects of human endeavor. It is not surprising that in the evolutionary process, the term technology in education at some point of time rechristened to be referred as technology of education and at some other point of time as educational technology. Therefore, in the present context, we can only look for a more accepting meaning of the term technology in education for the practical purpose of furthering our discussion about the role of technology in education. The use of technology has enriched the world in all walks of life, including that of education. One can see and feel the change in air as classrooms are becoming modern and teachers and students are benefiting with gadgets such as computers, smartphones, tablets, etc. The advent of internet has made a sea of change in the way teachers can demonstrate concepts and ideas to children and make learning almost fun. Information today has been encapsulated in internet, which can be beautifully used to allow learning be a fun rather than being a drudgery. Let us discuss technology in education with regards to educational technology. Technology in education and technology of education are two phrases that are really confusing to many. Technology of education is often referred to as educational technology, that means a complex integrated system involving people, procedures, ideas, devices and organization for analyzing problems and devising, implementing, evaluating and managing solutions to those problems involved in all aspects of teaching learning. Technology of education deals with systematic application of the scientific knowledge of the process of learning that each individual has to pass through in order to acquire and use knowledge. However, technology in education is not limited to the use of technology to learn and to impart knowledge in easier and effective manner, but also refers to a field of study in itself for those who are involved with developing technological tools for educational purposes. For some educational writers, technology in education is preferable as an expression to educational technology, since the latter seems to imply that there is something intrinsically educational in the technologies involved, which does not seem the case. The former expression allows for the possibility that technology that was invented for purpose totally unfamiliar to education, as is the case of the computer, may eventually become so tied to it as to make one wonder how education was ever possible without it. Some also view educational technology synonymous with technology in education, as it involves the use of technology as a tool to enhance the teaching and learning process across all subject areas. In that sense, educational technology is concerned about teaching and learning with technology. Many other such expressions such as instructional technology, information and communication technology, communication technology, etc., are also used in the broader context of educational technology and technology in education that leads to further confusion. Let us have a clear understanding of these terms. Instructional technology. Instructional technology is the process of employing a combination of techniques or devices. For example, audio, video, telephone, computer, satellite cameras, system approach, teleconferencing, etc., to accomplish a set of instructional objectives. According to AECT, that is Association for Educational Communications and Technology, instructional technology is the theory and practice of design, development, utilization, management and evaluation of processes and resources for learning. Therefore, instructional technology is often referred to as a part of educational technology. Now, let us understand communication technology. In contemporary times, communication technology refers to the electronic and telecommunication systems. For example, telephone, fax, internet, email, radio, television, etc., that facilitate communication between individual and groups who are separated by distance. Education by and large is the epitome of communicative process, hence communication technology naturally become associated with it. Let us understand information and communication technology, or popularly known as ICT. Information and communications technology in general refers to a diverse set of technological tools and resources used to communicate, create, store and manage information. ICT in education similarly refers both to an array of tools and also to the principles for their effective application that advance learning and support a range of activities in educational settings. When we talk of ICTs, we refer not only to the latest computer and telecommunications based technologies, but also to simple audio visual aids such as the transparency, slides, tape recorders, radio, video, television, films, etc. Though these terms are justifiably used in the field of education in some specific sense in certain contexts with their semantically defined contour and expression, but their purpose and significance of directly or indirectly link those to that of educational technology or technology in education. Besides, with the increased convergence of the technological designs and with the coming together of the media, satellite and the computer, the dividing lines between these different terms are becoming blurred, and consequently, the way people define and refer to these terminologies is also correspondingly getting more and more asserted and inclusive. So, technology in education as an expression may have been preceded the relatively more contemporary educational technology or technology of education in terms of preference or periodic context, but so far as the basic purport is concerned, these terms individually or collectively concerned with the improvement of the quality of education with reference to access, equity and efficiency. There are two types of technology in education. One is synchronous and another is asynchronous. With the rapid development of technology, educators, students and parents now have a variety of teaching learning tools at their disposal. The technologies that are commonly used in education for aiding instruction and enhance learning can be classified as synchronous and asynchronous media based on their basic characteristics. Synchronous media require all participants in the instructional process to be present together at the same time, even though in different locations, but connected by any computer and telecommunication based system. Whereas, asynchronous media allow for participants to study at their preferred time and place without directly remain connected with the instructor, but certainly connecting with the content of instructional module to which they may have been provided with access offline. The synchronous media includes educational radio, educational television, telephone, teleconferencing, audio conferencing, live chats, instant messaging, online tutoring system, whereas asynchronous media includes video recording, offline multimedia package, downloaded computer files or web content, downloaded video and audio content, virtual conferences, email, CAI, CMI, CAL, CML and streaming video and audio. Application of technology in education also includes use of other tools like cameras, overhead projectors, LCD projectors, computers, smartphones, internet, various software to make presentations, sound recorder and acoustic system etc. to augment classroom instruction. Overhead projectors and PowerPoint software enhance lectures by emphasizing key points and incorporating photos, graphs and cartoons into presentations that would otherwise lack visual interest. Slides and transparencies are of great help for instructors as those can be prepared in advance to save time. Now, we can discuss the role and applications of technology in education. Role of technology in education or teaching learning can be viewed in so many ways. First, to enhance presentation. How the presentation can be enhanced? By involving projective technology and specially designed software laced with animation, video and interactive components. For example, PowerPoint software can enhance lectures by emphasizing key points and incorporating photos, graphs and cartoons into presentations that would otherwise lack visual interest. Optimizing the pace of content delivery, illustrating procedures, equipments or situations that students may not have the chance to experience firsthand, helping students visualize problems they will encounter in real life situation, including in the world of work. The application of technology in education is also meant to stimulate learner participation. By reaching to students with different learning styles including visual, auditory and experiential learners, providing challenging and engaging learning experiences, providing instant feedback, providing variety of teaching and learning preferences. Helping students gain experience with a process or skill, encouraging students to interact with teachers and students through email and chat rooms, building community, facilitating effective teamwork. It also helps in to enable self instruction, allowing students more control of their own learning in terms of pace and preference, allowing students to access courses material at home and engage with the numerous online resources available to them, adding depth to points covered in lectures or demonstrations, relieving the students from the monotony of taking notes and to extend information access. Here the students can access educational resources with the help of the technology. So, it improves access to educational resources, increasing communication among teachers and students, emphasizing key points in laboratory or lecture, clarifying lecture, laboratory and textbook explanations. Another applications of technology is to help in administrative tasks. Managing learning and other resources of the system, software like learning management system tracks attendance, time on task and student progress, ensuring comprehensive and objective assessment, maintaining students development data, timely reporting of students developmental data to their parents, allowing teachers to effectively organize and present lessons, reducing the time on routine tasks, giving better access to learners with special needs. So far we discussed the role and applications of technology in education. Now we will see the merits and limitations of applications of technology in education. A meta-analysis of various researches and the scholarly literature has identified so many benefits of technology in education. One is using technology in education allow teachers to effectively organize and present lessons. Multimedia presentations can make the material more meaningful and engaging for the students. The internet itself has unlocked a world of opportunity for students. Information and ideas that were previously out of reach are a click away. Students of all ages can connect, share and learn on a global scale. Technology, especially the computer and internet based technology, is quite efficient in providing learning experiences in the form of drill and practice, help diagnose and solve problems for accessing information and knowledge about various related topics. Technology makes the task of the students easy so far as their access to various educational material is concerned. Students usually learn more in less time when receiving computer based instruction, and they like classroom more and develop more positive attitude towards computers in computer based classes. Students are more motivated to learn when they are interested in the subject matter, which can be enhanced by using technologies in the classroom and targeting the need for screens and digital material that they have been stimulated by outside of the classroom. Technology helps in providing truly individualized learning experience in which students learn as individuals and not as a homogeneous group. Individualized learning experience can make the students relate to the content, go forward and backward in the content, start at any point depending upon prior knowledge instead of always in a predetermined fixed sequence or as per the group instruction. Technology promotes higher order thinking, which induces adaptability and managing complexity, curiosity, creativity and risk taking, innovative thinking and sound reasoning, collaboration and interpersonal skills. While using multimedia components, students tend to individually progress from using low ordered skills gained from drill and practice activities to higher level thinking through applying concepts creatively and creating stimulations. Technology creates more opportunities for extended learning. Nowadays, a sizable number of schools and homes have access to computer and internet. This allows students to access numerous online resources available to them without moving out of the comfort of their home and school. Using computers or other forms of technology gives students practice on core content and skills, while the teacher can work with others, conduct assessments or performs other tasks. Technology also ensures uniformity in delivery of the content of good quality. Technology provides alternative modes of education. Technology democratizes education in the sense education is no longer limited to privileged few. Internet today has become very common and it has become a popular mode of dissemination of knowledge without any discrimination. Use of technology reduces the unit cost of education in the long run, and extensive integration of technology in the form of e-content, e-textbook and other educational software reduces the use of paper and other allied stationaries in the process of education and thereby promote green education. Though technology has so many advantages to be applied in the field of education, but still it has certain limitations. Let us discuss the limitations of applications of technology in education. First of all, high infrastructure and establishment cost. Technology requires high initial expenditure to install technological hardware and software. The maintenance cost also is very high. Heavy expenditure is also involved in maintaining and upkeeping of the equipment. Without proper maintenance and upgrading, the costly technological equipment lose their applicability as the technologies are in a constant flux. Another limitations of technology is problems of reach and access remain. Economic condition and financial problems often come in the ways of equal access to advanced technology in the classroom or access to educational technological tools like computer, internet, e-TV, etc. at home. Everyone do not equally benefits from the use of technology in education. In country like India, not only many students, but a large number of educational institutions remain deprived of technology due to financial issues. One more limitations of the use of technology is availability of suitable multimedia. Multimedia content, those are suitable for local learners in terms of prescribed curricula and preferred language, especially in Indian context, is so far not sufficiently available. Language is an important issue in the teaching learning process in India. As we all know, in many parts of the country, medium of instruction is the local language. Therefore, the multimedia package usually available in English or any language other than the medium of instruction in a local context is of no use. Another limitations of technology is digital divide. It is still a significant barrier to integrate technology into education because the socio-economic status of a school and its students will impact whether resources can be purchased and implemented in the schools. Technology in education tends to create new classes of knowledge rich and knowledge poor. Knowledge rich are those who are privileged to have access to technology integrated education, and the knowledge poor for are those who are deprived from the same. Thus, a divide is inadvertently occurred between haves and have nots of digital knowledge. Another limitations of technology in education is standardization of learning. Technological application in the form of development of e-content, online testing, educational software often leads to standardization of the learning experiences, ignoring individual and social differences from psychological, social and cultural point of view. Ignoring of affective traits. Technology is mostly used as a tool of delivery of the content, often being enthusiastic only about the effective delivery of content and transmission of knowledge and information as the sole purpose of education. We forget the more social and human aspects of education to bring about desirable behavioral and attitudinal changes in learners. One more limitation is problem of reorientation and retraining of teachers and students. Here we can try to understand what it is. For effective use of technology in teaching learning process, the teachers and students require to undergo frequent reorientation and retraining. However, many educators do resent the idea of reorientation and training. Lack of proper knowledge of the purpose and use of educational software often results in underuse, misuse and even abuse of technology. Misuse of technology is observed that students tend to misuse technology like computer and internet for playing games and browsing undesirable content other than the suggested learning content. Technological failure is another limitations of technology. It either due to poor maintenance of hardware or updating of software usually disrupts the instructional process. In India, lack of uninterrupted power supply in most part of the country is the main cause of such technological failures. Loss of time. The poor functioning of the technological tools, often in the form of lack of internet connectivity, poor speed of download and upload, accidental data loss due to sudden system failure etc., results in tremendous wastage of valuable time of learners as well as the others in the teaching learning process. It also affects the attention deficit syndrome. Electronic devices such as cell phones and computers facilitate rapid access to a constant stream of sources, each of which may receive cursory attention. Another limitation, it is threat to ethics of education. It has been observed that increasingly use of technology in education, especially the use of computer and computer based technologies, resulted in rampant violations of intellectual property rights. As we have discussed so many limitations of technology in education, so here cautions can be taken before the application of technology in education. First of all, we have to establish guidelines. Students do better when they know what is expected of them. They must be explained in advance how any technology works and the goals for using a particular technology of education. If the purpose is to incorporate web discussions or online charts into a class, for example, it should be ensured that students know what kind of responses are expected from them and how their responses will be evaluated. Encourage students interaction. Use of technology can lead to passive learning, as when students watch video or read web content with no follow up. Therefore, to ensure that the students stay engaged with the materials, they may be involved in discussing video presentations in groups or by searching for and summarizing their own web research. Very technology. Students frequently divert from their learning task, and therefore maintaining of their motivation to complete the learning task is very important. By adopting different technologies, student can be helped to stay focused and active in their learning task without getting bored. We can facilitate access. Copies of video, audio or other materials used in the classroom should be kept reserved in the library for students who missed class or otherwise would like to review the materials. Students must be provided with complete reference for finding the basic course material and supplementary web resources, so that they can easily access those without wasting time unnecessarily for searching for the same. Practice. While practice, technology can take some time to master. Class time is precious, so teachers should refrain from spending time in an unproductive manner, like fumbling with the internet connections or troubleshooting software etc. Instructors should get themselves adequately familiarized with the technology outside of classroom, regarding where to plug equipments in, how to open a program, when to break for discussion. Backup plan also should be there. It is a good idea to always have backup plan or material on hand. Ensure equal opportunities for all. Make sure that media based experiences can be enjoyed by all students, including the differently abled learners, and caution should be taken while selecting appropriate technologies. Evidence suggests that educational technologies can improve student achievement so long as such tools are integrated thoughtfully into teaching and learning. When digital capabilities like online environments are incorporated meaningfully into instruction, students have new opportunities to learn and achieve. Avoid overuse. So, caution should be taken while using technology. Technology is a tool with which course content is learned. Overuse of technology when it is not needed can unnecessarily distract the student's focus from learning tasks and even obscure a point. Set ethical principles for the meaningful and honest use of the content that is available in the media or internet. Students should be provided with clear cut guidelines for the meaningful and honest use of the content that is available in the media or internet. Students should be provided with clear cut guidelines based on ethical use of others' intellectual property, be it write-ups, photographs, video or audio clips, charts, diagrams, presentations, books, etc. Let us summarize the module, the role of technology in education. So, in this module we discussed the meaning of technology in education and technology of education. We also discussed the role and applications of technology in educations. Applications of technology can be realized in each and every aspects of teaching learning process, from the presentation to evaluation of the courses. We also discussed the merits of technology. We also discussed the merits of educational technology or the applications of educational technology or the applications of technology in education, as well as we discussed the limitations of using technologies in educations. If any caution is not taken properly, then technology may create havoc in the field of system of educations. So, certain cautions before the application of technology should be taken. Certain cautions should be taken appropriately before the applications of technology in educations. Okay. With this, we conclude this module, the role of technology in education. Thank you.